Big shield. I got it. Sorry. I bubble you 3, 2, 1.
I think the feeling of the general day was so I guess before the match, I mean, I felt pretty confident going into it. I felt pretty motivated. I think that was the biggest thing, was getting back my motivation, I guess, for the most part. I think that was something I was working on like throughout the entire week, and my motivation for that week was to beat New York. So I felt like it was a pretty hard game for them to win because we wanted to win it a lot more than them.
Monkey one.
Break on the ground.
Break, no bash, break, Mark.
Rush break.
Sorry, back left.
Overall, beating New York gave us a big confidence boost indeed, and I think overall we knew we were improving and getting better through our scrim blocks, and you know, noticing that, you know, we're not just getting crushed like we were before. I think overall it's just kind of given us this boost, and you know, hopefully we can keep it up and going to the next stage for sure.
I can push platform if you guys want to push out. They have no monkey. They have no bubble for monkey.
I think it's a pretty big ego boost. Very few teams have ever beaten Nyxl ever, and you know, it's obviously halfway through the second season of Overwatch League. So it feels good to, you know, finally put a loss under their belt, especially this season. We were the underdog, right? Nyxl was like 12-0 or 13-0 or something like that. And so going into that, you're the underdog, so you don't really expect much. But I think particularly in GOATS matchups, unlike any other meta, I think the underdog often has the upper hand all the times because you're just going out there and playing basically because you're not expecting to win. So going into it, I was like, well, it's Nyxl, you know, it's going to be a tough game.
They use only trans. They have like Ryan, Lucius, Harja, Diva.
We had a couple of tough losses early on in the season against Boston and Valiant. We played Spitfire as well, but they completely rolled us. It was like a 4-0, but the Valiant and Boston matches in particular went to map 5, and those always suck to lose because, you know, both teams, you know, take it the distance, and then coming out, the loser always sucks. But yeah, going into the Nyxl game, I think everybody was super focused and just really wanted to win that day. You know, Overwatch is kind of like a any given day sort of game. Some teams can be better on some days, and some teams are worse on some days. And I think just showing up, playing your game, and playing confidently is the best thing you can do in Overwatch. Obviously, like I said, it's any given day sort of thing. But if you show up and give, you know, your 100% and your confidence that day, you should come out on top. And I think, you know, that can apply to almost any team. If you show up and play confidently, you're probably going to win that match.
We're like, we're rushing there, okay? We have grab combo, let's try to get some bubbles out. Let's do pressure, remember pressure.
After beating NYXL, we all felt really great because in the previous week, we'd been struggling. We'd lost to Valiant. We'd lost 2 matches before that, which we should have won the Boston match, we should have won the Valiant match. They all went to map 5. So beating NYXL was really great. Us beating NYXL was mostly because we did really good that day, and they did a little bit worse than they normally do, right? They were really passive, and we abused that fact, kind of. What has been a trend this season, though, is that the teams that are really good at this one composition, really good at GOATs, have been winning almost every match. So Vancouver, etc. This one comp sets apart like the super good teams or like the worst teams. And that has been the biggest difference between this season and the last season, where people could like shine in their own way and in different comps on different maps. Now it's like, you're better at this one comp, so you're likely to win the match. And there's not that much variables because GOATs is all about team play. And if you're really good at the team play side, individual plays from the enemy team can get countered really easy by the team play. So there's not that much playmaking. So the better team just wins on the day most of the time. And that's why this NYXL match was so like breaking, because they should be the better team on the day. And we just did better, which is why it's such a morale boost.
Now, no Transcendence in, but Baby Bay still 30-some% away about from that Graviton Surge. And it will open. The Transcendence comes in from Dogman, trying to keep everybody alive. Bomb up over the top, not going to find anything from Mecha. The Shatter going to be coming in from Bookbo, and that's going to be 3 members gone as they look for the flip. We're in double OT, but NYXL, the one suffering losses. Tries to find a pin. He'll get taken out, but Libero now Nene's going to be gone. Atlanta Reign will be able to snatch the point first.
It's the rally that really seals the deal here, and Arister got the rally because Atlanta Reign took more damage than they initially.
Going lower. He tries to drop the hammer, but Masa cuts him down. Now Jonak going to be eliminated. The grab comes in and catches Libero and Anamo. They haven't been finished off yet, but it's just a matter of time. And Atlanta Reign will be able to take Busan with the 2-0. He comes through. He's still taking so much damage. He gets cornered, and FRD will be able to run him down. Erster was lost, but now it's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of the Atlanta Reign as they look to take this point. Dogman and Baby Bay help get rid of Nene. Masa will be exchanged, but FRD is there to finish off Jonak, and that's just going to be A going the way of Atlanta.
There's no way
here. Trying to get that crossfire going.
So the first attempt is...
Oh, okay, that's going to be a nice peek. Going to be spamming in those eights, trying to go ahead and lob them up over top of the shield. Actually, we'll find the connection, and Baby Bay manages to take down Jonak. It is a slaughter! Erster gets himself a triple kill, but Atlanta Reign coming up with the kills. Meko going to be popped out. The rest of the team just trying to play up on the high ground, but they have to drop down. They know that if they do that, they're going to die. Auto rejoins in. Pile Driver comes through, almost finishes off Masa, but they will get their tick, and Atlanta Reign lead 2-0 over the NYXL.
Nice.
Fried, what about you?
Yeah, Fried.
That's not a freaking response, Fried.
I'm a Anubis, one trick.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah, bro.
Daco pistoling his way rapidly back up into the mech. Should be able to have this one. Doesn't have it. Bomb coming down. Nene manages to kill off Masa. Erster going to be eliminated. Nene going to be traded by Daco as he is here on the point. Looking to get the eliminations, and with the rejoin of Dogman and Baby Bay, they will be able to get this cap.
By the way, for them.
Yep, tied for second most. Would take the lead if they can go ahead and complete one here. But Dogman, he's popping off a little bit. Libero and Anamo both going to be taken down. Great start to this extended defense here for the Atlanta Reign after surrendering point A. They get a very nice pseudo spawn camp going against the NYXL. Transcendence here. Nene's still holding on to the grab, but if they just keep losing things like that, they get rid of the mech. Daco gets the eat. Atlanta Reign looking to close things out. Jonak going to be picked up. They lose out on Erster and Daco. Yeah, a lot of shots coming through. Grab going to be coming down straight onto the corner, unable to take that one away. Baby Bay already been killing off Libero, and Auto gone the front line, completely decimated for NYXL. The team in shambles. He's gonna get sucked out of it, and Namo actually finds a right click, but it will be an exchange on the Rhines as Mono gets traded out.
But no one's on the cart.
Away for just a moment, and NYXL will be able to push through, so not gonna be taken down 0-4.
Good job! Nice, bro. Yo, go through Baby Bay. Hell yeah. Echo, big noob, let's go. Oh, what?
So pre-game, I was reasonably chill going in. I feel like what we've been doing in match day is like calming the team down, you know, set up a good atmosphere, make sure everyone knows what to do, and play like we play in scrims, because that works really well. And then as we started winning more and more, like we were 2-0 up, I really started believing, you know, we can beat NYXL, we can beat NYXL. Everyone got super hyped up, the whole team, you know, the atmosphere was super high because we were winning, because we were doing so well. And then we won. We should have been a 4-0, but we C9 and we got the free one. That was unfortunate, but it happened.
약간
He's still hungry because I only gave one grab.
I think the changes we made were mostly just Daco coming back into the lineup. Got the motivation back up. I feel like for the rest of the team. He's like really fun to be around. He hypes the team up very well. And in matches, he like keeps the energy really high. So that was a big part of NYXL. Of course, we did also win the Anubis map with Frieden, and they did really well on that. So I don't think just Dako being back was the game changer. I think just the entire team working really well together and really wanting that win. So even though we're out for this stage playoffs, we're still gonna give our all and practice really hard for this last NYXL match because we want to show that our first win against them was not just a fluke. We want to show that we can win consistently against them, and we're a really, really good team. And then because we made so many changes this stage, right? Baby Bay coming in, we used to start working with him. It was a lot of revamping this stage, and we're gonna make sure that for stage 3, we have the set roster, the set plans, and like the team is more synced and synergized, and we're gonna come out swinging.
They adapted well the last map though. They fucking
And last map's always after you won, you like.
It's
not the same.
we let off a little bit.
We would have won if we did. Yeah, we would have won.
I think what we proved to other teams in the league and to everybody in general is just that, you know, we're back on the right track. So it just took some time to build back up that synergy and get a little bit better. So I think this kind of proves that, you know, we're back on the right track.
Shooting shield, shooting shield. Shooting shield, shooting shield. The rally push, right? The try.
I guess I'm really looking forward to the New York game coming up again and into the next stage. I think if we have the same motivation and the same hunger to win, we'll definitely win again. So I think it just takes the same amount of willpower that we had before.
The funny part is we initially didn't know we won or like drawed or whatever, because we went up 2 maps and then Kings Row, even if we didn't win, we still would have won based off the draw because they would only had 1 map remaining and we would have won 2-1. But then when we found out that we actually did win, you know, everybody was going around giving high fives and hugs and all that stuff, and it was just a really I guess proud moment.
스테이지 3 때는 안 좋은 모습보다는 팀원들과 합도 많이 맞추어 나가면서 더 좋은 모습 많이 보여드리도록 노력하겠습니다. 그 뉴욕이랑 할 때는 진짜 그냥 베이비웨이가 잘해줬어요. 그냥 자탄도 잘 채우고 약간 오더도 베이비웨이가 해주면서 뭔가 완벽한 팀이 된 그런 느낌? 다음 경기도 뉴욕인데 그냥 하던 대로 하면 이기지 않을까요? 상대방이 컨디션이 안 좋을 수도 있고 저희가 또 컨디션이 좋을 때도 있으니까 잘만 하면은 모든 팀은 다 이길 수 있다고 생각해요.
You make fucking pictures, man? Do you make pictures? Do you make pictures? Why are you recording, man? Stop.
Can you stop, man?
Can we fire him?
You are
Fire him.
destroying the privacy of my players. I don't appreciate that.
I already have mine.
You're fired.